Have you ever felt like you're just constantly rushing? Battling this sort of invisible enemy of stress or maybe finding it really hard to focus in a world that's just overflowing with information. It feels pretty common these days, doesn't it? What if we told you that really understanding how your mind and body respond to all these pressures, well, that holds the key to not just surviving, but actually thriving. Today, we're taking a really profound deep dive. We're going into the fascinating world of emotions, the human mind, and our behavior. We're drawing on the amazing insights of Marian Rojas Estepe. She's a leading psychiatrist and author, and her work brilliantly bridges, cutting-edge neuroscience with really practical wisdom for everyday life. Our mission for this deep dive is to unpack her powerful ideas. We're talking about everything from the true nature of happiness and the incredible impact of love to the hidden effects of stress on our bodies, our brains, and ultimately how we can, intentionally sculpt our minds for a more fulfilling existence. We really want to go beyond the surface level here. We're aiming to offer you a shortcut, maybe, to understanding the complex interplay between your thoughts, your feelings, and your physical well-being. So get ready for some aha moments, maybe some surprising facts, and definitely some practical takeaways you can apply, like right away. Things to help manage information, reduce that feeling of overwhelm, and connect more deeply with yourself and the world around you. Okay, let's unpack this a bit. In a world that's kind of obsessed with quick fixes, right? We're constantly told that happiness is just, I don't know, a purchase away or a sensation or even just a swipe on a screen. But our expert today, Marian Rojas Estepé, she really challenges that idea, pushes back quite strongly, actually. She states very clearly that there are no shortcuts, no quick guides to lasting happiness. She wants us to look deeper.
Yeah, it's really striking when you think about it. How society has, in many ways, kind of substituted the true meaning of life with these, well, fleeting sensations. We chase after, a massage, gourmet food, social media likes, even alcohol. And look, these things aren't inherently bad, right? But they become destructive when they replace something deeper, when they take the place of real meaning. So it makes you ask, what is real happiness then, if it's not that? Well, the sources, and Marian's work really emphasizes this, suggest happiness is rooted in the meaning we give to our lives. This connects really nicely with the Japanese concept of ikigai. Have you heard of that? It basically describes your reason for being, your purpose.
Ikigai, right. And here's where it gets really interesting, because modern research actually backs this up completely. Having an ikigai isn't just about feeling good, emotionally. It's linked to better physical health, better psychological health, and even, get this, improved cardiovascular markers.
Exactly. It's amazing, isn't it? Your sense of purpose can literally impact your heart health. That mind-body connection is just undeniable.
And it's important to stress that this isn't about living some kind of perfect, problem-free life. Actually, quite the opposite. Marian emphasizes that every single one of us, you listening, us here, we're all constantly in some kind of personal battle. Maybe it's financial or health-related or family stuff or work pressure. Happiness in this view isn't the absence of struggle. It's more about connecting with the good things that happen daily, even small things, and, crucially, managing those ongoing struggles effectively, finding meaning in the process.
And she introduces a really important nuance here, the idea of plenitude. It's not quite the same as happiness, maybe. Plenitude is more like a state where your needs are met and there's this sense of contentment. You're not constantly wanting more. And what's really powerful is that you can experience suffering, real hardship, and still find moments of happiness, of plenitude within that. It's about consciously connecting with the small positives. A kind word, seeing something beautiful, enjoying a meal. It's an active choice, not just waiting for the bad stuff to end. And building on that, Marian presents a really profound truth. The best antidote, she says, to suffering and pain is love. And this isn't just romantic love, though that's part of it. It's about feeling loved, feeling connected, knowing you're not alone. It directly counteracts that awful feeling of involuntary solitude.
That feeling of being supported, understood. It's like a buffer, isn't it, against life's difficulty?
Exactly. A very powerful buffer.
So this power of love, how does it actually show up? The sources break it down into 5 categories, each with its own impact. First up is self-love. But not narcissism, right? Or insecurity. It's a balanced self-appreciation. And the key here seems to be our inner voice, that constant dialogue we have with ourselves.
Absolutely. That inner voice shapes our self-esteem, how we treat ourselves. Is it kind, critical? That internal relationship is foundational.
Okay, second is romantic love. The one we hear about most, maybe. Plato said something like, love makes even the coward brave.
He did. And it really does inspire courage, risk-taking, builds confidence. Marion notes people often transform when they fall in love, become fearless.
And there are physical benefits too, like a better immune system.
Yes, research shows it improves the immune system, leading to better physical and psychological health. Feeling truly loved literally makes you healthier. It's quite something. The third category is broader. Love for others. This is about cooperation, solidarity, so family, friends, colleagues, even strangers in a sense. Being in harmony with those around you, feeling that community support, it really cushions the blows of stress. Think about financial worries, for example.
Mm.
They feel less crushing if you know you have people who love and support you, right? You're not facing it alone.
That emotional safety net makes a huge difference.
Fourth is love for beliefs and ideals. Ortega y Gasset's wisdom is mentioned here. Believing in and loving your convictions gives you immense strength. It helps you overcome almost anything. It's about having that strong inner compass, that sense of purpose guiding you through tough times, standing for something you believe in.
And the fifth one, this one is really fascinating. Love for memories. Marion calls it the magical memory recaller.
Hmm.
Apparently, Nobel laureate Susumu Tonegawa discovered that when you intensely recall a pleasant memory, like really feel it again.
Yes. It activates the same brain mechanisms as when the event actually happened. It's not just remembering, it's like re-experiencing it physiologically.
Wow, that's like magic almost. So in moments of distress, using techniques like EMDR or even just relaxation, bringing up those positive images, feeling loved, grateful, cherished, can actually create biochemical changes, help you feel better physically.
Precisely. Your brain can leverage those positive past experiences to soothe you in the present. It's a built-in calming mechanism if you know how to use it. And this love for memories, it also encourages empathy, doesn't it, and connection. Marion shares a story about her father, how he'd meticulously know personal details about people in his phone contacts, like his father has arthritis, his wife has Alzheimer's.
Not just facts, but pieces of their lives.
Exactly. Remembering those details fosters deeper connection, understanding. It's the opposite of our often rushed lives where we barely pay attention to what others are going through. It's a form of active love, really.
You know that feeling. Your heart races before a presentation, or your stomach churns before an exam. Those butterflies. We all know it. Marion, coming from a family of psychiatrists, she really wanted to understand that link. The mind-body connection that sometimes felt, well, missing in standard medical training. She saw the symptoms, but wanted the deeper why.
Yeah, and she uses this great analogy, an alarm system. Imagine we're talking, and suddenly sirens blare. Someone shouts, "Fire!"
Mhm.
Instantly, automatically, your body reacts. That threat signal hits the hypothalamus in your brain. The hypothalamus then sends a signal like lightning fast to your adrenal glands on top of your kidneys. And boom, they release adrenaline, the fight or flight hormone we all know, and cortisol, the main stress hormone. Once that happens, your brain just shifts gears. Survival mode, fight or flight. And the physical signs are immediate, right? Tachycardia, heart races, pumping blood everywhere, getting muscles ready.
Are you ready for action?
Exactly. Then tachypnea breathing gets fast and shallow, trying to suck in more oxygen from muscles and cells. And your body mobilizes energy, releasing glucose and fats from stores. Instant fuel.
But it hits your brain too, doesn't it? Like your thinking gets fuzzy.
Definitely. The prefrontal cortex, your rational brain, for problem solving. Reflection, it gets impaired. It's hard to think clearly, follow logic. Survival takes priority over complex thought,
Makes sense in a real emergency.
for sure. And the hippocampus, your memory center, it's super sensitive to cortisol. That's why you get memory lapses, that brain fog feeling under stress. And it messes with your natural cortisol cycle too. Normally it's low at night. You need that for sleep peaks around 8 a.m. to get you going, then drops during the day.
But constant stress throws that all off.
Completely off. Keeps you wired when you should be winding down.
Okay, and here's the really mind-bending part. Our mind and body don't distinguish between a real physical threat, the fire alarm, getting mugged, and an imagined one, worrying about the future, about money, replaying arguments in your head. Your body reacts the same way.
Exactly the same physiological cascade. The alarm bells ring just as loud for a thought as for a tiger, essentially. So think about this. Marion cites data suggesting over 90%, like 91.4% of our worries never actually happen.
Wow, that's a lot of wasted stress.
It is.